longest river in the world, longest river in Asia. Oh, cool, I can go right down here. It's used for water, for sanitation, transportation, irrigation, for generating electricity. I'm going to get into all that in other videos, but first I want to talk about the name, why we call it the Yangtze, and what they call it in China.
Now it's all about the execution. I ain't about to go and lose it, grab the shit and go bruise it.
The Yangtze source wasn't known until modern times, so the Chinese have a different name for the upper and the lower portions of the river. The upper is in a less populated area and it has a bunch of different names depending on where you are along the river. And the lower part, which is where the river intersects with the Min River and goes all the way to Shanghai, that's called the Cháng Jiāng, or the Long River. And that's the most common name. Most people in China will refer to the river as that. There are some other names for it in local areas. For example, in Sichuan and the Chongqing Municipality, which is this section right here actually, they'll sometimes call the river the Cháng Jiāng, which is totally confusing to me because I know Sichuan means 4 rivers. So the word Chuan does mean river. The word Jiang means river, so they're basically calling it river, I think. So where did the name Yangtze come from? Well, there's an area from Nanjing to Shanghai that's referred to as the Yangtze. And they called it that just because there was a port there with the same name. So missionaries way back in the day, they basically traveled that section, so that's all they heard the river being called as the Yangtze. So they always referred to it as the Yangtze. That name just kind of stuck, and that's what we use in English now. Well, I'm going to go explore Fuling a little bit more. It's a pretty cool town from what I've seen so far. I want to just give a shout out to Peter Hessler, an author. He wrote a couple books, I think 3 or 4 books about China. One of them takes place in this town. It's a true story about him living here back in the late 90s, I believe. That's actually why I'm here, because I read so much about this town I had to come and see it. Well, this is me getting lost in back alleys. Whoa. Jesus Christ, again. Tomorrow I am going to go to a tourist attraction that's not really well known. It's not in any of the guidebooks, and it's an underground nuclear bunker thing. Westerners weren't even allowed there up until a few years ago, so I'm not 100% sure I'll be able to get in, but I guess we'll see, so stay tuned.